The supervisor has the look of a stuffer shack manager with delusions that he's on a career track rather than what he is, a disposable, dime-a-dozen resource. Hey, there you are. I'm Steve Scott. I'll be your direct supervisor. Sorry I missed you when you first came in, but I only found out that you were starting an hour ago when you suddenly showed up in the system. Weird glitch or something. Normally we'd watch an orientation grid and walk through our mission statement, but, well, it's going to be hard for you on your first day, but you're going to need to clean up some blood. Maybe a lot. I can handle it. Just tell me what to do. You'll have your hands full. There was some sort of break-in last night. Some people were, just get things cleaned up on this floor. And listen, people are going to be on edge today, so try to stay invisible and don't get into any trouble. Otherwise, they're going to call me, and I'm going to have to reprimand you and put a note in your file. Sounds good. We'll get to those orientation grids another day. Straighten up this floor and stay out of trouble. Got it. I hope they get whoever did this. Only a fool would attack a Telestrian corporate office and think they can get away with it. Start heading from room to room and clean what needs cleaning. Good luck, and welcome to Telestrian. Well, that's definitely an interesting corporate hairdo right there. What's my thing? Okay. So... Damn it. What can I do for you? I need to get upstairs. My supervisor says there's more cleaning to do. The top floors may only be accessed with the expressed authorization of Eric Silverstar, our VP of Security. You can head to the lower floors if your supervisor wants. Okay, well, I better get back to it. Alright, this is a thing. I need to find those comm chips. Telestrian security guard. What am I looking for? Whoops. I have to say, at this point, it's not looking good. I don't know how it happened. Nonetheless, our records showed this terminal was left unsecured in direct contravention of our Telestrian corporate policy. You have failed your duty. I know it's a duty above all for you security types, but I'm the victim here, I swear. Perhaps when Mr. Silverstar gets his next promotion, that will become a value for you data pushers as well. Right now, it seems your value is clock out early and ignore my responsibilities. Don't go anywhere. I need to make my report to Eric. Interesting. What's up? The wage slave is on the edge. He's staring vacantly at his terminal with his hands to his face and his fingers twitching nervously. What do you want? Can't you see I'm busy? Looks like you're in some real trouble, Tremor. Buzz. Unless you can clean up a shattered career, leave me alone. It would only take a few moments to install the chip, but perhaps it's not the wisest course of action while in view of a loyal wage slave. Very true. Interesting. And these floors lead nowhere. Okay. There's always this door. Or perhaps this one. That led nowhere. Oh, hi. Who are you? Telestrian tech worker. As the Telestrian tech jockey turns to speak, you notice a panel has been removed from one of the LAN racks behind him. Thanks for coming. Can you believe it? Silverstar is calling it an intrusion, but I know the aftermath of a Shadowrun when I see it. Start over in the corner and make sure you don't get any solvents on my servers. Do you think you could duck out for a smoke or something? It would be easier if I didn't have to clean around you. Oh, sorry. Yeah, no problem. Just another day in paradise, right? Hi. Terminal. Matrix emergency power junction. Remove the access panel from the panel. What? And place a comlink chip. Boom. Gain 2 karma from that. What's in here? The open panel is a rat's nest of cables and half disassembled hardware. Some of it is loose. Take some of the line parts. I don't know why, but I did. The 2 men are staring into the vent and shaking their heads. Look, Raoul, I know and you know that there's nothing in the vent, but when I told that to Silver Star, he accused me of not wanting to crawl in there. Said it was letting the company down by not displaying the corporate value of duty. The suits sure love their mission statements and all that dreck, but today isn't the day for Telestrian Corp's duty above all crap. Several of us did the ultimate duty last night. I guess we should just be happy Mr. Telestrian isn't in today. Just get in there and take another look. I have to go upstairs and report. So, what's up? A filthy guard is looking into an open vent. He is clearly not enjoying the idea of climbing back into the duct. Sorry, I tracked out that dreck all over the floor. He shakes his head. Man, I can't believe what happened to the night watch. Me either. You think you're done with the vents for the day? They want me to get this room back in order. If anyone asks, you saw me in there, okay? And then I go over here and pop this panel. Question is, I still have to worry about that wage guy person thing. He's still over here. So, like, how can I get you to move? Nothing of this will matter after I'm fired, out on the street and eating dog food. Just leave me alone. I might have just a thing to help you out. He shakes his head. I doubt it. You know the guy who said life isn't fair? He was talking about me. Security's bullying you, but I could make it look like your terminal was tampered with, and no one would be the wiser. You're right. There is no reason I should let security push me around. He steals himself. Just do it, quick. You place the cables and data chips around the terminal's casing. Thanks so much. I won't forget this when your review comes up. Hey, no problem, sir. Just glad I could help. Would you mind clearing out of here for a while? There's a lot to do. You bet. Just remember to keep this between us. Nice. Don't know what this has anything to do with tampering things, but okay. That did nothing. This does something. Boom. Chip. In place. That's all of them. Now I need to find the Aegis sample. Well, I should use these. Karma. More dodge. I am a dodging machine. Nobody can touch me. Alright. Guard. Guard! Hey, I found all these chips on some of the Matrix switch boxes. Is that important? The guard thinks for a moment and activates his comlink. He turns his back on you and has a brief conversation. Then he turns back. Mr. Silverstar wants to see you in his office immediately. Good! It's just what I wanted. Sure. Collecting the sample. The brutish dog-eat-dog existence of a slum dweller is a far cry from the quiet desperation and existential nothingness of a corporate wage slave. Yet after your time at Telestrian Industries, it's unclear which is more bleak. The elevator rises smoothly, its blanderized music assaulting you once again as you ascend to the executive floor and your goal. All right. You would think that me carrying around this decking unit on my back would be a bit of an indication that I'm not doing here so good. There you are. It seems that some of my best are letting me down, and it's good to see that you're displaying one of the most important of my 3 key values. Well, it's duty above all, right? He laughs. Well, yes, that is the first value, and I'm glad more than those outside of security follow it, and from a janitor, no less. No, I am speaking of my third and final value of blah, blah. Damn it! Oh, man. Let's try that again. Well, yes, that is the first value, and I'm glad more than those outside of security follow it, and from a janitor, no less. No, I am speaking of my third and final value of vigilance, which seems to be sorely lacking around here. Vigilance wish? Really? Wish? See, that's what screwed me up. It's spelled wrong. It's witch, not wish. Thank you, sir. Well, rewards and punishments must be given when required. Now please start filling out the report on my datapad, and I'm afraid I must ask you to not sit in my chair given your attire. I need to go head downstairs and investigate your findings. I'll be right back. Sweet. Your comlink begins to ring. You pick up. So these paintings must be what all those expensive deliveries were. We don't have much time. I am tracking Silver Star, and he's already stepping off the elevator. I don't think your disguise will hold up much longer. I'll update you on his movements. Hurry, mon ami. Okay, so bunch of paintings and a liquor cabinet. There's an open bottle of expensive scotch and a single glass that appears to be half empty and a half-smoked cigar. Okay. The painting is of a small lighthouse in an intense storm, at night perched on a rocky outcropping. Its light stabs out into the darkness. The plaque reads, Vigilance. Nope. Try this one. This painting shows a wild mountain landscape with clouds ringing lofty peaks. This plaque reads Independence. Nope. This is a photorealistic painting of 5 massive harvesters in Telestrian colors in a staggered formation cutting a swath across a rippling field of wheat. The plaque reads Unity. Oh. So it was duty, vigilance, and it has to be one other. Probably efficiency. Depicted as a clock tower at the train station, downtown Portland in the tier. Leave it alone. No doubt this one is duty. Yep. Alright. So push duty. The frame clicks into place and the painting slides behind the wall. This one is vigilance. Efficiency. It's not independence. What was this one? Push the frame. He has a few guards, a tech worker, and oh, wow, I was doing the wrong voice. He has a few guards, a tech worker, and a very nervous wage slave gathered in the boardroom, and is beginning to question them. Alright, go over to vigilance over here. Push the frame. Did I get it? No. This is a problem. I don't know what's going on now. Oh, I got in. Ha ha ha. There is a safe. It has a large DNA scanner on the front, most likely keyed to Mr. Silverstar. Ah, that's what I need the scotch and the cigar for. Put the moist end of the cigar on the DNA scanner. With a click and a faint hiss of escaping air, the safe opens. Take the sample.
Great work, mon ami. The time for stealth has passed. It has set off every alarm in the system. But I have unlocked the executive elevator, and your path is clear. Head to the elevator and make your escape.
Hooray! Victory is mine! Freedom! Oh god. Hey, this is restricted area. You can't go in there. Nope. Gotta go. Time to go. Run. Run for your life. Victory! Oh god. Detective McCluskey stands smirking, surrounded by armed and twitchy Lone Star officers.
Good morning, moron.
Good morning, Detective McCluskey. It's a fine day for police corruption, isn't it? The smirk broadens.
That's right, dummy. Keep flapping your jaw. That sort of thing will be perfect for where you're going. Mr. Telestrian wants to meet you in person. He wants to chat about last night's fun and games. You can come along quietly, or you can meet him in a body bag.
He smiles wolfishly.
Come on, direct for brains. Make the wrong choice.
I'm going. But one day, you and I are going to go round for round, McCluskey.
I'm counting on it, asshat.
Interesting. We were immediately caught upon leaving the building. Great. The estate. From the floor of the Lone Star cruiser, you watch the tops of the downtown corridor's office buildings disappear, replaced by the gray overcast over the I-90 bridge. The nylon restraints binding your wrists and ankles, along with McCluskey's whistling to the radio, make for an unpleasant ride. A half hour later, the cruiser hits a whisper-smooth patch of road, and a magnificent mansion fills your view. Its design a blend of old-world finery and elvish grace. The car pulls to an abrupt halt, and you're dragged onto the driveway where McCluskey pulls a nasty-looking knife and cuts your bonds. You look up to see you're surrounded by a squad of green-clad ghosts, Special Forces troops from Tyr Tarnagir, massaging the feeling back into your numb extremities. You prepare to meet the man himself, James Telestrian III. Okay. This should be interesting. Mr. Quoth. The fussy elf with the air of a Victorian butler studies you before he speaks. He doesn't like what he sees. Mr. Telestrian is expecting you. You will find him in his office. Thank you, Jeeves. He is not amused. Delighted to be of service. You may wait here for a few moments to gather yourself before you enter Mr. Telestrian's office. Some people find they need time to prepare themselves before meeting an elf of his stature. However, the upstairs is off limits to you, and the library is occupied at the moment. Do not tarry, though. Mr. Telestrian is not one to be kept waiting long. Hey, McCluskey. McCluskey smirks.
Want some advice, moron? Of course you don't. You're a Shadowrunner and you live by your own rules, don't you? I suggest you keep your smart-ass remarks to yourself this time, human. Mr. Telestrian isn't some street meat you can impress or intimidate. He's the brains behind the throne of Tyr Tarnagir and one of the richest men in Seattle.
And he holds your leash, right, McCluskey? You his lapdog? His eyes say, I'd love to kill you now, but his mouth continues to smirk.
I got one of the richest and most powerful men in the Pacific Northwest taking care of me, dumbass.
What do you got?
Indigestion. You're dumber than I thought. Enjoy your chat. I'll dispose of your body later.
Cool. Well, not cool that I'm going to die, but cool nonetheless. So, yeah. Welcome. Hey, Algernon! What's up, buddy? There's a twinkle in Algernon's eye that wasn't there when he spoke at the Seamstress Union. It is good to see you again. There is much to do. You run in some pretty different circles, don't you, Algernon? I do not run at all, G2. I go where I am needed. I am needed here. Seek me out after you have spoken to James Telestrian. Perhaps I can be of service again. Really? Can't go upstairs, they said. What's in the other room? Oh, that's where James Telestrian III is. I guess if there's nothing else, we'll go say hi to the man. Yep. Let's meet James Telestrian III. The man whose corp we just tried to rob. As you approach, James Telestrian III looks up from the computer screen built into the surface of his desk and assesses you, calculating and cold. A practiced smile comes to his face. He vibes the kind of rich you don't get from Trivid. It's not the clothing or the trappings or the bow before your betters mansion. It's something else. The feeling that you're being categorized as a resource or a liability or a pawn. I have been reviewing the results of your visit to my Seattle office last night. I admit, they are impressive. You have generated a considerable amount of damage to my office complex, killed or wounded many of my security personnel, and cost my vice president of security his job. In 24 hours, you have accumulated quite a bill with me, sir. How do you intend to settle your debt? Once my current assignment is complete, I would be happy to discuss working off my debt to you, Mr. Telestrian. That discussion may happen one day, assuming the outcome of this conversation does not result in your immediate termination. When one is in my debt, they remain in my debt until such time that I decide that debt is repaid. There will be no negotiation on that point, however. You have one piece of information which you might use as a bargaining chip in the little time you have left to live. Why you took what you took. I am interested to know why you and your team of criminals fought your way through my security teams up to my private office to access the Matrix and uncover the location of a simple research project. I took the Aegis sample to kill giant insect spirits. I find your bluntness somehow refreshing. He touches a button on the desk. Mr. Quoth, please ask my daughter to join us. The young, pretty elf has dark circles under her eyes and a haunted expression on her face. She recognizes you instantly. It's you! You're the man who helped me escape from the Universal Brotherhood. How did you get here? Telestrian cuts in quickly. Thank you, Marie-Louise. You have confirmed the identity of your rescuer and have given me reason to forgive him for his trespasses against me. She looks hungry for your help. I'm glad you're here. You did well back there. Without you, we'd all be dead. She closes her eyes. Thank you. But I'm not sure that death wouldn't be better than this. I can't sleep at all. I'm afraid that this is a dream, and I'll wake up and still be there with the bugs. You can relax, Marie-Louise. You are safe. It is over. No! It won't be over until they're all dead! She shudders. You didn't see them. You don't understand. You and those men you flew in here. All you do is talk. It's just like you to form a committee, Father. I knew that someone had to take action. That's why I got Hakeem involved. The already coded exterior of James Telestrian III turns to ice. I see. It was you and your crippled little friend who leaked Aegis to this man. We will speak of it later, in private. Now then, J2, there are people I wish you to meet. The committee my daughter alluded to. This is a rare opportunity for a man of the streets such as yourself. I urge you to behave. We will adjourn to the library. Sounds like I don't have much of a choice. Not if you wish to draw another breath. No. Alright, to the library! There is a weight in Telestrian's library, a sense of magnitude and of purpose. You are no longer in the presence of mere wealth. You are in the presence of history. And Algernon's a part of this history, apparently. Lady and gentlemen, this is J2. He is the human who saved my daughter, and the only one who has faced our common enemy in combat. Erbrakaus, what does the representative of the great dragon Lofweir have to tell us about the magical insect this Shadowrunner uncovered? Brackhouse speaks slowly, with a deep, melodious German accent. He takes his time, accentuating each word, relishing each vowel and each consonant, tasting them as if they were a delicacy. My lord Lofweir has witnessed the insect spirit's physical manifestation before, roughly 9,000 years ago. As you are aware, magic ebbs and flows from the earth, cycling from peak to peak over the course of 5,200 years. As the level of magic grows. Hans, dear, I love you, but you could babble on forever, and I believe time is of the essence. The painted elf addresses you. J2, is it? Delighted. The bug you fought was not merely a magically awakened animal like a wyvern or hydra or anything else in the sixth world. It is in fact, it isn't from this world at all. It is the physical embodiment of an insect spirit from another plane of existence. Is that why I couldn't kill it? Exactly so. Your little buggy friend exists on both planes simultaneously. Now an insect spirit can't simply thumb a ride through astral space and show up on Earth late for dinner. Dinner, in this case, being us. Two elements are required to bring one across the void, a shaman and a host. First, the spirit calls upon a shaman, often in dreams. The spirit seduces the shaman with promises of great power. The shaman then accepts the spirit as his totem. Next, the insect spirit requires a suitable host. The best candidates are the disaffected and the disenfranchised, in short, the weak-willed. Their minds are the most susceptible to suggestion, which is helpful in making the transformation. As you may imagine, there are the sort of people easily attracted to a cult, such as the Universal Brotherhood. Finally, by performing what has to be a truly disgusting ritual, the shaman serving the insect totem implants the spirit into the host, willingly or not. Then it's feeding time. Harlequin is correct. The insect spirit will then slowly consume its host, whilst transforming it into the insect's own insectoid body, thus manifesting itself fully on this plane. I don't like the sound of this. You shouldn't. It's bad. Really, really bad. The initial bugs prepare a nest for the summoning of a queen. Once a nest has a queen, she literally explodes with newly manifested insect spirits. They swarm out of the nest, feasting on all the flesh they can find, and implanting more insect spirits into the fresh corpses, again and again and again. The room falls silent as they all consider the scenario. Faces grim. Telestrian breaks the silence. This is not an infestation, J2. It is an invasion. My lord Lofweir knew this day would come, but he did not know precisely when nor where. Your rescue of Mr. Telestrian's daughter has exposed the existence of an insect spirit for the first time in this cycle of the world. So you're early to the party this time. That gives you the upper hand, right? We are not early. We have merely experience on our side. The insect spirit is only a resident in the transformed host's body. Conventional weapons can hurt the body,
und expose the spirit, but the spirit itself cannot be destroyed by mundane means. Hence, Project Aegis. Herr Telestrian's biotechnology and agricultural divisions worked with my Lord Lorfea's thaumaturgical engineers and designed Project Aegis to destroy an insect spirit once it is released from its host. The formula, a fluorescing astral bacteria strain, exists in the physical astral plane at once, and can thus affect the insect spirit.
Now that was a mouthful. Did you memorize it, or are you reading it off of index cards? My director of R&D, Diane Ravenwood, will explain how Project Aegis will be used in the field. Dr. Ravenwood. Our weapons specialists have rapidly prototyped a delivery device for the fluorescing astral bacteria strain. They've created some prototype launchers which fire Aegis-filled shells. When fired, the shells will discharge a high-velocity stream of the bacteria. In order to destroy one of the bugs, it must first be damaged using conventional weapons or magic, until the spirit is released from the host's body. Then the insect spirit must be shot with the Project Aegis prototype launcher to destroy it. Stomps bugs dead. Got it. Crudely put, but accurate. We must stop the Universal Brotherhood from summoning a queen, and we must stop them immediately. You are the only one who has been inside their facility, and the only one who has personally fought these creatures before. That, along with your highly effective assault upon my property, indicates that you are the ideal person to lead the attack. What makes you think this Project Aegis will actually work? He grins, and his red lipstick catches the light. Because it has to. Come on, kid. When fate taps you on the shoulder, you've got to pay attention. Unfortunately, she has the nasty habit of tapping you on the opposite shoulder, so that when you turn around, she's on your other side, giggling like a deranged schoolgirl. I hate that. Enough. Are you willing to undergo this mission, J2? You had me at killing bugs. Show me how to use Aegis, and I'll get it done. Excellent. He claps his hands as if seeing the circus for the first time. I love the way that the short-lived are willing to die even faster. It's very inspirational. Brackhouse raises his hand and Harlequin's clapping instantly stops.
There is one final note. A warning, if you will. You have seen the danger the insects represent, but you must have not witnessed the shaman's power. The shaman must tap into a powerful source of magic in order to summon a queen. We do not know what abilities that power source will grant. Beware the insects, but do not underestimate the shaman.
Hey, don't scare the kid, Hansel. We still need him to go on the mission. By the by, I'm coming with you, J2. I wouldn't mind seeing these creatures for myself. I missed them last time. Telestrian will bankroll you so you can hire the rest of your team. Find me when you're ready to go, and we'll bug right out of here. He sighs. Yes. Speak with Harlequin when you are ready to depart. If you wish to acquire additional supplies for your mission, find my assistant, Quoth. He is highly resourceful. And there you have it, guys. We've taken part in the tier council meeting. We have an optional objective to speak to Quoth to purchase the supplies. And then after that, we go ahead and speak to Harlequin and head upon what I assume is going to be the final mission of the game. Awesome. Now I've been playing this game straight for some time now, so I'll probably break this episode down into smaller bits. But next time on Let's Play Shadowrun Returns, we will go ahead and undertake the final mission. Until then, this is J Square John Jeremy signing off, saying so long and take care.